Gratitude. So this video is a part two, you could say, to yesterday's video where I pointed out that 80 to 90% of your manifesting game is your Zen game, right? Because consciousness is the actual causative force of manifestation. So that's the core. Remember, body, mind, soul. The soul is the consciousness. The mind is thought. And the mind is like the ship's rudder that steers and directs the consciousness this way or that. So that's why this is kind of like a part two to yesterday's video. Part one being the core of manifesting, which is consciousness, the soul, right? Today, part two, well, what do I do with said consciousness? Right, gratitude, right? So do you kind of understand where I'm going with this? So again, part one is the core, consciousness. Part two, okay, what do I do with the consciousness? In other words, where do I direct it? My mind is like the rudder of a ship, and I'm going to steer and direct this stream of consciousness. And what I'm going to tell you in this video is to direct that stream of consciousness into gratitude. Cultivate an emotional state of gratitude. And I don't think you guys understand just how huge this is. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I don't know. There's a lot of YouTube videos from law of attraction experts telling you to practice gratitude. And there really isn't a lot more to it than that, although I'm going to talk about it more. I'm going to talk to you about how important it really is, because it really is the most important thing that you could possibly ever do with your mind. So every possibility exists, and this is what I teach the students in my manifesting program, right, on my website, Manifest Your Dream Life. My paid law of attraction coaching that I have on my website. The universe is mental. This is what Hermes called mentalism, and physics is even confirming, yeah, it does actually work that way. And they're not going to use the word mental, at least not yet, but they're getting there. They use the word information. The universe is made out of pure information. So there's the vacuum of space, there's the emptiness of outer space, and then there's the physical stuff, right? The planets and stars and those types of things. But the vacuum, the void, is pure information. That's what science calls it, right? Hermes called it the mental universe, but it's the same thing. Okay, so what I'm getting at here is if it's pure information, if it's pure thought, then you can manifest anything, because can't you just imagine something in your mind? If you can imagine something in your mind, well, what do you think you could do with the physical universe if the whole entire rest of the universe, the energy part of the universe, the vacuum, the void, is all mental? It's one big mind. It's the mind of God, right? So it works just like your imagination. That's what I'm telling you. Literally every possibility exists on that mental plane. This is why the law of attraction works. If you can picture something in your mind, you can create it in physical reality. Guys, that's huge. Do you understand what I just told you? Literally all possibilities exist on the mental plane of the universe. That you can imagine, it means it exists. Guys, it really is that simple. So, what do I do now, Kurt? Well, now that you know how this really works, I've just basically given you the biggest manifestation secret of all. All you have to do is recognize that whatever it is you want to manifest literally exists, and just be grateful for that. Just have gratitude for it. Just practice every single day, feeling this experience of gratitude for what it is that you have. And think of how many different flavors of gratitude that you could have too, because you can have a lot of them. Like, how would I feel if I was doing this thing? Like, look at me, for example. Guys, you know what I want? I want an airplane. I'm serious. Why not? I don't need a big expensive airplane. Maybe like a twin engine propeller plane. Just a nice simple airplane, right? And it's still kind of a lot of money, but I think I could do it. I think I could do it. Seems realistic to me, right? I don't need no big jet aircraft. I don't know how to fly that anyway. I could just get a regular pilot's license and fly the propeller airplane. You need like a commercial pilot's license to fly even a private jet. And maybe I'll get a private jet someday. I don't know. Maybe we'll see, guys. I'll let you know, right? Maybe I'll give you a ride on it. But just a simple airplane. That sounds like a great goal. Okay. So I'll imagine myself flying the airplane and getting excited and being grateful for the airplane and also being grateful for this technology, just even knowing that this works. Being grateful for the law of attraction. Serious. Understanding that the universe is mental and that if I can picture it in my head, it absolutely can materialize in the 3D universe. That is literally how the universe functions. We live in a participatory universe. So I'm just going to be grateful for this thing that I know that I'm going to have in the future. I know it exists. And I'm getting excited. I'm being grateful. How do I feel when I'm flying the airplane? Or driving up in my car to the airport. I'm about to go on a trip somewhere or something, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, that sounds awesome. All right, so I just make myself feel this emotion of gratitude. Humans are one of the only animals on the planet where we could actually like make ourselves feel an emotion. It's true that there can be an outside influence that causes an emotional response in you. But another thing that we can do is make ourselves feel emotions at will. We can do that. Right. So this is what I'm trying to say. Direct the flow of your consciousness. Now that you know, yesterday's video was what is the true core of manifesting? What's the core of the law of attraction? Well, it's your Zen game. It's increasing, expanding your consciousness, right? That's 80 to 90% of your manifesting game. But once you start doing that, now part 2 here is where are we going to direct it? Gratitude, guys. It's so huge. And now that you know how the universe really operates, how it really functions, you can do it too. Anything that you can imagine absolutely exists. Anything that you can imagine, pretty much. Maybe I should speak to that for a second, because if you're trying to manifest a unicorn, are you going to get a unicorn? Now, I guess if you made yourself really believe you're going to get a unicorn and you started practicing gratitude for it, maybe someday, mysteriously, a plush toy unicorn, like a stuffed animal unicorn, maybe it'll be delivered to your front porch with some flowers. Somebody accidentally, delivers that to your house or something. I don't know. You might end up with something like that. That's kind of one of the weird things about how the law of attraction works is, yeah, if you think you're going to get a unicorn, you might get something like that, but you're not going to get a real unicorn because there's no such thing. That's why for me, for example, I'm like, I'm going to manifest an airplane. Are there airplanes? Yes. So, other than trying to manifest something that doesn't actually exist, you can manifest anything you want. And all you have to do is just be grateful for it all the time and get excited about it all the time and just keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. And eventually it has to show up. You believe that it's going to show up and you get excited about it. And again, why do you believe that it's going to show up? Because you know it can show up. You understand perfectly that the universe is a big computer. It's mental. It's the mind of God. Like the universe is literally imaginary. So if the universe is literally imaginary, you can play. You can play in the imaginary game. And, you know, a thought I had is, well, then why is the earth all fucked up? Well, humans have free will to do whatever they want. They just make themselves miserable. Well, you don't have to be part of the problem anymore. You can change your world. So do that. Practice gratitude for whatever it is you want. That is the most effective, most powerful law of attraction tool. Like I said, you've probably heard this teaching a million times from other law of attraction teachers, but you're still looking all over the internet for more information about the law of attraction. And I'm over here to let you know there's not a lot more. I mean, there's other things that we can talk about, and we will, but guys, really, this is a big one. This is a really, really critical part of your manifesting infrastructure, being grateful for what it is that you have chosen in this mental universe. So marinate on that. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your week, guys. I'll see you next time.